hi again. When's the last time we met? Picking up your fun stuff? Well, now we get to use all of our stuff. So what I will be doing is capillary action. So if you'll pull out that sheet, we can look at our supplies. Sure you have your cardboard cutout that I mentioned to you. Okay. Remember I asked you to cut it down on the top on one, cut the bottom on the other, and connect them together to have a 3D model. Okay. Just remember the details that I gave you on that email. So this is what we're looking for, okay? And it says get a glass bowl, but I asked you to get a cup, okay? It's a plastic cup that you're going to cut. Cut it in such a way that when you stick in your model, it fits all the way to the bottom of the cup, okay? You don't want it sticking up or it's not gonna get reach the solution, so make sure you cut it just enough to put your design there, okay? You will need food coloring. You need some water, which I have in a cup already. You will need salt, Mrs. Stewart's bluing. I hope you were able to find it. And you will need some bleach. Okay, there we go. Let's begin. Okay. First, you get your pretty little cardboard cutout, and you can do whatever you want with the food coloring. You can draw a design, put drops on it, whatever you want. But that being said, I do suggest that you definitely put it along the edges. Okay. If my eyes travel, we do have an audience, so I'm staring at my audience sometimes instead of the phone, okay? Here you go, so make sure you put it at least on the edges, okay? I'm not very creative, but that won't matter. Pick whatever you want, colors you want, and if it works out right, it'll look very pretty. If it doesn't, blame your science teacher, because you don't know how to follow directions. Let's see. So, what I did forget to tell you, and I'm not gonna do it right now, but you see a lab coat there, okay? Make sure you put something on that you don't mind dropping bleach on, okay? Because you might drop bleach and you might not. But, you know, I'm very messy. But this is my beautiful artwork. You cannot judge it. Okay. So once you get all the food coloring as you want it, just kind of set it aside, okay? You see, you're gonna get dirty. Okay. And I lost the other cap, there it is. Okay. So once we got that going, we're gonna, in your cup, you're gonna mix, what is that? A tablespoon of water. Tablespoon of water. You're gonna have a tablespoon of salt. Salt. And where is it? A half tablespoon of Mrs. Stewart's bluing. And 1 tablespoon of bleach. And be careful. Okay. Once you've got that all together, okay. Something to mix with. Go ahead and use this. Mix it all nice and pretty. Make sure you don't leave the salt there on the bottom. Make sure it's completely combined. We really want to make sure these chemicals combine. Okay. Once you have it nice and mixed, get your pretty little cutout that's not all mushy from your food coloring and stick it in there, okay? Once you got in there, we're done. We'll see you next year. What is actually going to happen is you're going to set this aside for a few days, okay? Nothing's going to happen right now, okay? But in a few days, you'll start seeing the action, the reactions. But before we finish and we clean up our area, I want you all to tell me, what do you think capillary action is? Anybody? Anybody? Anybody?
Come on, master students.
I have a classroom full of graduate students here, and no one wants to answer my question. Anyone want to tell me about capillary action?
Let me Google it.
Say that again?
Let me Google it.
Okay. Yes, tell me.
It's when the water molecules create hydrogen bonds with substances on either side of wherever it's going, so it rises up.
I don't know if you were able to hear that, but if you were not, she says that hydrogen bubbles connect and do what? Rise up?
Yeah, so if you have a little capillary tube inside of a beaker, for example, the stickiness, the hydrogen bonds inside of the water molecules are going to connect with are going to make hydrogen bonds with the glass capillary tube.
Right. If you heard her, she's absolutely right. And I'm not teasing her at all, but simply it's the ascension of liquids through permeable substances, right? The short, sweet, and to the point. But, as you get higher up in your science, you want to say it more the way she is saying it. But, adhesive, cohesive, surface tension forces, all of that is what's going on in capillary action. And how about some examples of things you can see where capillary action is forming? Anybody? Good answer. That's a good answer. Straws. When we drink out of straws, that's capillary action. Capillary action. What about when you clean up this mess that you made and mama saying, you didn't tell me you were gonna make such a mess, go grab the Bounty paper towels. There you go with your paper towels and start cleaning up your table. That's capillary action. Sucking up them bonds, those chemical bonds are connecting to the towel, right? Okay, very good. What about in nature? What's one good example of capillary action? Good answer, good answer. Plants. How do plants get their nutrients from their roots? The water from the ground. They're sucking it in and bringing it back up into their leaves. One other real life example.
Your hair?
Your hair. What happens with your hair?
When
The conditioner.
I guess within your nutrients that you get from your food helps your cells, different cells, your skin cells, your organ cells.
Hold that thought. You're getting ahead of me. That'll be the next one.
Okay.
So, what happens if I make you laugh so hard? What happens? What could happen?
Ventilate. Oh.
You're gonna start what? You're gonna cry. Make you really sad. What's gonna happen? You're gonna cry, right? That's capillary action because it's pulling out through your tear ducts. Okay. Now, examples you can't see is example like what you're talking about with the hair, right? But what about inside your body? What kind of gets everything going within the cells? Isn't it water? And water helps bring in all the liquids into the cell structures, and that's where it's going to deposit the nutrients, the vitamins, your blood plasma. So water is doing that capillary action into your cellular structure. Okay? So that is capillary action in short, sweet fun project. So look at your project in 2 days, 3 days, and we'll see where it's at. Okay. So to finish off the project on capillary action, you should have put it on the side for 3 to 4 days. It's been 3 to 4 days for me, if you can tell by my 5 o'clock shadow. But we are back at the Texas Tech Science channel. And after 4 days, your capillary action project should look pretty much like this. If you mixed all your chemicals correctly, and it should show a little bit of color off of your food coloring. So that finishes our project in capillary action. See you next time at the Texas Tech Science channel.